Hello, I'm Unlimited Football Moments. Welcome to the 2027 Asian Cup Group D preview. Today, we are breaking down a highly competitive group featuring tournament heavyweights Australia, a dangerous Iraq side, a rising Tajikistan, and the underdogs from Southeast Asia, Singapore. If you love detailed tactical breakdowns and data-driven predictions, make sure to subscribe before the video starts. Let's get right into Asian Cup Group D. Team Analysis 1. Australia. FIFA ranking 27th. Key players 1. Harry Souttar, the towering centre-back who dominates both defensive and attacking aerial duels. 2. Jackson Irvine, the hard-working midfield engine and team leader. 3. Nestori Irankunda, the explosive young winger capable of changing games with pure pace and power. Team strategy: Australia utilizes a highly physical and structured 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2 formation. Their tactical approach focuses on intense wing play, overloading wide areas to deliver accurate crosses into the box. With Souttar anchoring the defense and an emphasis on high pressing, they try to suffocate opponents physically. They are incredibly lethal on set pieces, making them a nightmare to defend against for smaller squads. 2. Tajikistan. FIFA ranking 99th. Key players. 1. Alisher Jalilov, the technical playmaker who acts as the creative brain of the team. 2. Parviz Joan Umarbayev, the experienced central midfielder who dictates the tempo. 3. Shahram Samiev, a mobile and aggressive striker who leads the front line. Team strategy: Tajikistan operates in a compact and disciplined 4-2-3-1 system. Building on their recent tournament successes, they rely on a highly organized mid-block to cut off central passing lanes. Strategically, they look to draw opponents forward and break rapidly through dynamic counter-attacks orchestrated by Jalilov, maximizing transition speed rather than possession. 3. Iraq. FIFA ranking 57th. Key players: 1. Ayman Hussein, a physically dominant target man who is incredibly clinical in the box. 2. Ali Jassim, a highly creative and explosive young winger with world-class dribbling skills. 3. Amir Al-Amari, the midfield metronome who controls transitions and shields the backline. Team strategy: Iraq plays a dynamic, front-footed brand of football using a fluid 4-2-3-1 system. Their offensive strategy revolves around feeding Ali Jassim on the flank to create 1v1 overloads and crossing to the towering Ayman Hussein. They play with immense passion and high intensity, pressing aggressively in the final third to force defensive errors from their opponents. 4. Singapore. FIFA ranking 147th. Key players: 1. Iksan Fandi, the athletic and powerful striker who serves as the main goal-scoring threat. 2. Song Woo-young, a versatile and tireless midfielder who drives the team forward. 3. Haris Harun, the legendary veteran captain who provides essential defensive stability. Team strategy: Singapore is expected to adopt a defensive 5-4-1 or deep 4-5-1 low block. Facing elite Asian powerhouses, their primary strategic goal is to minimize space in the penalty area and stay compact. They will rely heavily on the defensive leadership of Harun and long diagonal balls into the channels for Iksan Fandi to chase, looking to nick goals from set pieces and isolated breakaways. Match predictions and tactical reviews. 1. Australia vs Tajikistan. Prediction: win 70%, draw 20%, loss 10%. Tactical review: Australia will aim to push their fullbacks high to break down Tajikistan's stubborn block. Tajikistan's strategy will be to press the Australian midfield pivot to force turnovers. However, Australia's massive physical and aerial advantage on set pieces should ultimately give them the tactical edge to unlock the Tajik defense. 2. Australia vs Iraq. Prediction: win 45%, draw 35%, loss 20%. Tactical review: the undisputed battle for first place in Group D. Iraq will match Australia's physicality in a highly intense affair. Strategically, Australia must contain Ali Jassim's creative wing play to isolate Ayman Hussein. This will be a tight, high-tempo battle where a single transitional error will decide the matchup. 3. Australia vs Singapore. Prediction win 85%, draw 10%, loss 5%. Tactical review: a classic attack vs deep defense scenario. Singapore will heavily park the bus in a back five structure. Australia's main approach should be stretching the pitch horizontally using Irankundis pace. Singapore's low block will fight bravely, but the Socceroos' overwhelming physical depth should wear them down over 90 minutes. 4. Tajikistan vs Iraq. Prediction win 25%, draw 30%, loss 45%. Tactical review: a massive clash for the second spot. Iraq will look to dictate play with possession, while Tajikistan will happily sit back and look for counter-attacking avenues. Tactically, if Tajikistan can frustrate Iraq's attackers early, they can exploit spaces left behind. Iraq's superior individual quality up front gives them the slight advantage. 5. Tajikistan vs Singapore. Prediction win 55%, draw 25%, loss 20%. Tactical review: a match where Tajikistan will be forced to dominate possession, which is outside their comfort zone. Singapore will try to plug the midfield gaps and release Iksan Fandi quickly. Tajikistan must remain patient and use quick vertical passing combinations to bypass a compact Singaporean side. 6. Iraq vs Singapore. Prediction win 75%, draw 15%, loss 10%. Tactical review: Iraq will look to apply high pressing from the opening whistle to force early mistakes. Singapore must survive the initial wave of pressure and avoid committing fouls near their own box. Iraq's tactical variety, combining Jassim's wing wizardry with Hussein's aerial presence, will likely overwhelm Singapore's defensive line. Group D standing analysis. Australia and Iraq are heavily tipped to dominate the group, likely drawing against each other and finishing level on 7 points, with Australia potentially taking the top spot on goal difference due to a higher goal margin against lower-ranked sides. Tajikistan is expected to secure third place with a crucial victory over Singapore, keeping their hopes alive for a best third-place knockout spot. Singapore faces a daunting task and will likely finish at the bottom, but their matches will serve as an intense tactical test for their defensive structure. Outro. That wraps up our tactical look at Group D. Can Iraq upset the Socceroos to claim the top spot, or will Tajikistan pull off another tournament surprise? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Unlimited Football Moments for more previews. See you in the next video.